smaller time frame than the 2-hour time frame. I mean, we got so much done. Ben is my student. You can come up. All right, let's see how much we can make him blush. I'm gonna try very hard. I don't have to try that hard though, because there's just so much that there's so much to say. Ben, you know, with all these snow days, not everyone was as committed. And Ben, every day, are we gonna have class today? He kept up with me. I didn't always have to say we're gonna have class. He would ask me first. Ben, every day that we did have class, he was here half an hour early. Every day, half an hour early every single day. And he would just come in, wash his hands, and get started. I never had to ask, not one time. I never had to ask, Ben, do you have your name tag today? Do you have your binder today? He always did. I knew that I didn't have to ask those questions. He knew his duties, he learned them, he took integrity in his work. He didn't cut corners because I wasn't, standing over him. He did it the right way every single time, diligently, and he went out of his way. He skipped break times because the table needed to be bussed. He stayed longer if we needed maybe some extra work done, if we needed tables set up because a party was coming in that night. He would go check the reservation book if maybe he thought it needed to be done so that he could double check if something needed to be done. Every lesson we learned, we went over it, so that he would make sure he got it. And he really likes cooking, and he's really good at cooking, and he's very careful. But every time we cooked, his eyes lit up, and we had a lot of fun. And I know that it was a lot of work, and it was just you, but I thank you so much for the time that you took to do everything as well as you did it. All right.
There's a lot of things that sometimes I ask for Sarah to do, and sometimes it's late notice, and she always finds a way to do it. We had a booth at the home show to promote one of our special events, and she went over there on a Friday. Actually, he was there most of the weekend helping. But it got a miscommunication with the class on Friday where she thought Ben had been notified that he was not supposed to have a class, and Ben didn't get that communication. So he showed up for class, and I contacted Sarah, and Sarah says, "Oh, I'm at the home show. She can't make it over there in time." I said, "Well, I'll talk to him." When I went back to talk to him, Ben was teaching himself the class. By that I mean he was going through all the motions as if Sarah was here. He was setting up the front of the house. He was doing all the jobs in the back. He didn't stop. He didn't need any supervision. He was running his own class, which I thought was so impressive. So, great job, Ben. Great job. Well, we have a special treat, as we do every graduation. Young gentleman who's not as young anymore when I first met him, and he'll say the same thing about me, but I was definitely never young with him. Long time ago when I was young. But he started out in the kitchen, worked back there, did some prep work. As the story goes, I hear some music in the back. I think somebody's playing a CD or iPod, and it's this guy singing. And I went, man, that's a pretty strong voice. He eventually came out and started hosting in front. He's played here many times with his band and solo. He plays at our Vibe Fest. He has opened the season for the Richmond Squirrels at least once, if not twice, singing the national anthem. It is a special treat that he finds time to come every graduation to sing for us, and we're honored to have him here. And he tried to leave town one time, and thankfully something went wrong. So he's still here. We're hoping that goes wrong at the next play, whenever that is, because it won't be the same whenever he does leave. But I'd like to introduce to you a special person for our Positive Vibe family, Mr. Solomon Miles. Solomon?
Good evening. How y'all doing?
Good. Great.
Before I sing, I just wanted to congratulate all the graduates and give them one more round of applause if we could. The song I'm about to sing has become the theme, if you will, for these graduations. It's by Bill Withers. It's called Lean On Me. Hope you like it. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Now please swallow the pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. You all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. You all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Now if there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, right up the road I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend, yeah. Call me if you need a friend, yeah. Call me, call me, call me.
Woo!
Just have to make sure he has his cell phone turned on. That's the first thing. If you're gonna call him. You can't always get through the first time. You can imagine how great that voice is with a band behind him, and he does an outstanding job. If you ever have a chance to see him, he has some open mics nights in different places, but we're just grateful to have him here as part of the family and taking part in these special days. We recognize a few people here, and there's one person that we